While we have the author step forward, Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Mendoza.
Aye.
Mendoza, I. Stone.
Aye.
Stone, I. Jackson. Aye. Jackson, I. Leno.
Aye.
Leno, I. Mitchell. Aye. Mitchell,
Great.
aye.
Senator Mercouli, please begin.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. I'm here to present my AB 1245 relating to electronic filings with the Employment Development Department of unemployment insurance taxes. The bill would require that these filings happen electronically, and it will be phased in, the implementation will be phased in over a 2-year period. Those individuals with 10 or more employees will start January 1st of 2017, the balance in 2018. Moving to electronic filing for this particular class of tax will save the state millions. It uses an online-based system, so it's not intended to be burdensome, and the most recent amendments were designed to, as it gets phased in, to ease the burden on anyone who doesn't get it done correctly. The UI code generally has a 15% filing a tax for a failed filing, which could be cost prohibitive. So the bill caps that at $50, also gives the ability to waive it for good cause, which is not a part of current law. So I have here Scott Hauge with Small Business California and staff at EDD.
Thank you.
I'm Scott Hauge. I'm the president of Small Business California. We're supporting this bill because it's more efficient for small business, it's more cost effective, it'll save time, and we think the fact that this is phased in is really important. It'll give time for EDD to reach out, we think, through the small business development centers over a period of time to reach out to small businesses around the state. We ask your support.
Thank you.
Honorable Chair and members, I'm Bradley Hodges, the EDD's taxpayer advocate, and I've been working closely with the author and sponsor of this bill. We believe that it would benefit the state of California, but it also provides a great benefit to small employers. Electronic data is a lot more accurate, and it would alleviate them of some of the issues that I see coming through my office. So I urge your aye vote.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other witnesses in support?
Good morning, Mr. Chair and members. Lori Kammerer, also representing Small Business California, but also the National Association of Women Business Owners. We are in strong support. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Any opposition? Any opposition? Seeing none. Members, senators, any comments? Vice Chair Stone.
The transition period of 2 years, do you think that's enough to educate small businesses, the wherewithal, the complexity of doing this online? Is it a simple process, or is this software that is provided to small businesses for them to adapt, or is this something that the small businesses are going to have to buy off the shelf and be able to accommodate some type of electronic transmission?
Yeah, in 2011, we upgraded at EDD the accounting system that we utilize, and that system came with its own software that allows employers to either enter the information online through our website or to attach electronic files. And we have millions of employers that send information that way currently. So it's this new process. It's really a situation where we've got a tool, but now we need a chance to market it to these folks, and we think that the combination of our marketing and outreach and the legislation behind it will be the driving force that we need to make it work.
And knowing that we have so many small businesses in the state, how do you plan on marketing it? You have enough budget to communicate with them and let them?
We currently have marketing.
I think once they embrace it, I think it's going to be easier for them to.
That's what we're seeing too, that the folks that have got into the system find it very helpful, very useful. We have a number of vehicles that we currently use and some budget for that as well, right? We've got California Employer Newsletter that we do each quarter. We work with small businesses. So we've got a Small Business Employer Advisory Council that we meet with each year. So we've also been talking with Small Business California and working with their members as well. So that really it's going to be a multi-pronged approach between our website and our ability to reach out to people with our current communications.
And the fines, the implementation of the program. So if you don't participate by January 17, then you're fined?
Actually, no. One of the concerns raised by the Chamber and the California manufacturers was that they were concerned about the penalties being implemented so quickly. So for the 2 years during the implementation of this bill, they won't receive a fine for filing on paper, because we want them to have that full transition period. So if the bill passes this year and it becomes law, there would be 1 year, then we would have 2 years beyond that. So really, we're looking at a 3-year window that people wouldn't be penalized. It gives us more time for marketing and more time for us to work with them on any obstacles that they're encountering.
And then last question, with a successful marketing campaign, why do you think that businesses wouldn't just do this? Why do you think we need the mandate?
I think a lot of businesses just get in a habit, right? It's the end of the quarter. I've got to send something to EDD. There's that paper. I've actually worked in the processing areas and seen them just, kind of hand scrawled. And now we've got a system that can work just as fast as the hand scrawl, but it's more accurate, so they don't have mistakes, right? We don't have a machine reading area, because everything that comes in on paper we scan, but the data has to be corrected, and it may or may not be corrected the way the employer wanted. So yeah, I think it's just convenience. I know for years I did my DMV registration that way. Yeah. And now they've got a magic code, and I go into their system, and I haven't filled out a paper form for DMV for years.
I would like to add the addition of the Small Business Development Centers, which has a wide network of satellite offices around the state, is really a plus. I also would like to point out that if they don't have the facilities to be able to do this, there is a hardship provision that is liberally applied.
And if we have any, we do job fairs in my district. Will the department come out and help educate businesses how they can utilize this service?
Absolutely. Sure.
So that we can make it easier on them? Because I think it would be a great one to embrace.
Yeah, in fact, I attend the small business fairs with the Board of Equalization's taxpayer advocate as well, Todd Gilman, and I was in LA just a couple of weeks ago, and we have staff that come from the local offices that are trained in the system that can get people registered on site and get them stepped through, so absolutely.
And just to speak to that, Senator Stone, it doesn't require any specialized software. They can do it through the website, so it's not burdensome in that manner. The UI fund, there are issues with the costs that have been run up through this recession. So I think here we are supporting the economical administration of that government, that there's going to be savings here, which I think is beneficial. My wife is a church bookkeeper. These online systems just save a lot of headache. They become very simple. And so really this is a cost savings measure. I do think it's something that people will adapt to and become very simple. And as I say, the phase-in is such that it doesn't get rolled out for an entire year. When you hit 17, it's 10 employees and larger, and it's only when you're 18 or you get into smaller. And you've heard the description of how the kind of the period of no harm, no foul, and then we are adding a waiver provision, which is not currently in the code, to apply to this program. So it's got a lot of belts and suspenders.
It sounds like you've tried to make it as user-friendly and small business as possible, and I applaud you. Because I've always been one that has advocated that government needs to run more efficiently and use technology. At the beginning of every month, I'm writing checks to all my creditors, with old-fashioned checks. And my wife is saying, "What are you doing that for? Go online, and you can make it automatically deducted from your checking account." And I said, I can't figure that out. So she showed me step by step how to do it. Now
That's how my home runs.
Just see the money just disappear out of the checking account every month without writing a check. But I just want to say that I do applaud you. Yeah, it just disappears. But I do applaud you for making government more efficient, and we need to follow your example and spread that mantra to other departments.
Thank you.
Any other the bill has been moved. Any other comments from other senators? Sounded like a very good closing for you, Mr. Member Cooley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Secretary, please call the roll.
Thanks to your staff.
The motion is to pass to appropriations. Mendoza?
Aye.
Mendoza, I. Stone?
Aye.
Stone, I. Jackson?
Aye.
Jackson, I. Leno?
Aye.
Leno, I. Mitchell?
Aye.
Mitchell, I.
The bill's out. Congratulations.
Very good. Thank you very much, colleagues.
Go ahead and